Chapter 18, The Law of Purpose. We all have our own unique purpose on this planet. Our desires and actions must be in alignment with our purpose and our sacred self to achieve our highest potential. Our sacred self embodies the highest, most accurate truth from which we can create at our greatest potential. Conscious creators seek to know who they are and how to fulfill their purpose. For you to achieve your highest potential, your desires and actions must be manifestations of your true self and true purpose. Your true self embodies the highest, most accurate truth from which you can create at your greatest potential. Conscious creators know who they are and what they were born to accomplish. The law of purpose is based on 3 premises. First, that you were born for a specific reason, that there is an innate purpose to your life, unique to you. Second, that your highest potential can be achieved only by aligning with your inborn purpose. As long as you're ignorant of or resisting your calling, you will never feel satisfied or perform at full capacity. Third, that following your bliss is the doorway to your unique path of purpose. Follow it to pursue those things that give you the highest and purest feelings of joy and satisfaction. Your bliss is like clues placed strategically in your heart by your Creator. As you follow the trail of clues, not only do you become happy, but you also serve others better. The law of purpose states that for you to achieve your highest potential, your desires and actions must be manifestations of your true self and true purpose. Your true self is who you really are at your highest and deepest spiritual core, beyond ego, vice, and self-deception. Your true self is your conscience. It gives you satisfaction when you do right, and distress when you stray off your right path. Your true purpose, then, is your true self in action. It is manifested by the things that come naturally to you, the things that make you lose all sense of time doing them, the things you would do even if you never got paid a dime or if no one ever noticed, the things that you can't not do because they are so compelling and irresistible to you. It is who you were born to become. It is your exclusive combination of interests, passions, gifts, talents, values, knowledge, and skills leveraged to create value for others. Simply put, this law says you need to know who you truly are and what you were born to do, and you need to follow that knowledge with commitment and integrity. You don't have to have absolute clarity on your purpose in order to take action. You don't have to wait for the heavens to part and a choir of angels to sing while a voice reveals your purpose. It's something you can ask through intuition. See the next chapter. Each day to uncover a little more. What you know about your purpose now is the perfect amount you need to fulfill it today. And I'll leave you with this clue. If you desire to retire, then you have not found your passion. Our gifts and our limits point to purpose. Despite our ability to choose, imagine, and create, we have to be clear on our gifts and realize our personal limitations. There is a common belief that we can do and become anything we want if we are just willing to make the effort. That is simply not true, and this type of belief can be as misleading as limiting beliefs that hold your potential hostage. Usain Bolt was born with specific physical capabilities which enable him to be the fastest runner in the world. No matter how much I believe, and no matter how much effort I put into it, I can't transform my body to run like him. Steve Jobs, John Lennon, Ernest Hemingway, Pablo Picasso, and Mozart were each born with their own unique gifts that none of us can duplicate. Our purpose is defined as much by our gifts as by our limitations. In this sense, understanding our limitations is actually liberating rather than constricting. It keeps us from doing things we don't enjoy, that aren't a full expression of our unique gifts and true purpose. As author Parker J. Palmer explains in his book, Let Your Life Speak, Listening for the Voice of Vocation, each of us arrives here with a nature, which means both limits and potentials. We can learn as much about our nature by running into our limits as by experiencing our potentials. If we are to live our lives fully and well, we must learn to embrace the opposites, to live in a creative tension between our limits and our potentials. We must honor our limitations in ways that do not distort our nature, and we must trust and use our gifts in ways that fulfill the potentials God gave us. There's only one you. Being limitless isn't about using the power of your thoughts to become someone or something you're not. It's to become the best and highest version of you. It's about maximizing your natural talents and gifts and manifesting them to their fullest expression. How the law of purpose and belief breakthrough work together. One of the most common struggles people experience is trying to find their purpose. They don't have enough self-awareness or experience to see their gifts and how to apply them to create value for others. One of the reasons for this is that their perception of themselves is clouded by false and limiting beliefs. How can you see that you have natural gift for investing if you carry the false belief, "I'm bad at managing money"? How can you recognize your natural talent for writing if you believe, "No one values what I have to say"? When our purpose feels concealed, belief breakthrough is vital. It helps us to cleanse our lens of perception so that we can see ourselves more clearly. The more belief breakthrough work we do, the clearer our purpose becomes. Case study: Veteran Mitch finds his purpose. Mitch is a military veteran who found his purpose in belief breakthrough work. Here is his story in his own words. I served in the Army for a few years, including tours in Iraq from 2010 to 2011. After experiencing significant health issues, I came home with the label Disabled Veteran. The struggle of veterans coming home and trying to reintegrate into life after combat is very real and personal to me. I attended my first Limitless seminar and was blown away by the belief breakthrough process. After the second day, I realized how deeply the work was changing me, and I knew I had to take it to my brothers in the military. 22 veterans are committing suicide every day because of struggles with PTSD, addictions, and integrating back into home life. It's all in reaction to their environment, what's going on in their minds, and their sense of hopelessness to change. So after getting home from Limitless, I sat down and started drawing out an intention. I wanted to take Limitless and the belief breakthrough process and adapt it to serve military families. I wanted to help the soldiers and spouses coming home to each other. When I made that intention clear, things just started happening. A friend of a friend on Facebook happened to see what I was doing. She reached out to me and told me she used to run a PTSD retreat. She had to close her doors because of failures, but I was able to interview her and find out what worked and what didn't. She mentored me on how to set up a nonprofit to access government grants and get this message on military bases, where a corporation wouldn't be welcomed. Then I started finding other people in alignment with this goal. More opportunities kept showing up. One gentleman reached out to me who used to be the vice president of the Boy Scouts organization. He had spent 19 years in the nonprofit world and knew all the ins and outs. We met with several other families involved with Limitless who all shared the ambition to help veterans and their families, though they hadn't thought of using Belief Breakthrough to do so. I found myself leading this charge of this idea. Belief Breakthrough has the ability to help with PTSD, disabilities, and the wounds that our soldiers and their families are carrying. Everything is a perfect structure to take it and really do some good. I personally owe so much to Belief Breakthrough. My first breakthrough was to realize that I'm a fixer. I see problems and try to fix them, even when it hurts people's feelings. I haven't often been loving when offering advice. Through Belief Breakthrough, I'm learning to show love first before teaching. I now strive to never raise my voice. I use my Limitless wristband every day to keep myself in alignment with my purpose. My purpose is to be an expert in military family reintegration. We are currently forming the nonprofit organization. We've built our team and have the board. We're writing our program so we can run it through the military as a treatment and reintegration process. I've gone through multiple integration processes myself. They were all death by PowerPoint. They would just read presentations to us and never gave us any tools that we could really use in our daily lives. But Belief Breakthrough is something you can use to change any situation. Take action and apply the law of purpose. Ponder these 5 questions and journal as much information you can to gain clarity on your purpose. Number 1. Talents. What are my natural gifts and strengths? Number 2. Passions. What things bring me joy? Number 3. Freedom. If money were of no concern, what would I love to do? Number 4. Problems. What challenges have I overcome? Number 5. Service. Whom would I love to serve based on my abilities? Here are some selected quotes on the topic discussed in this chapter. Everyone has his own specific vocation or mission in life. Everyone must carry out a concrete assignment that demands fulfillment. Therein, he cannot be replaced, nor can his life be repeated. Thus, everyone's task is unique, as is his specific opportunity to implement it. Viktor Frankl. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid, and doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. Joseph Campbell. Man's ideal state is realized when he has fulfilled the purpose for which he is born. And what is it that reason demands of him? Something very easy, that he live in accordance with his own nature. Seneca. Better keep yourself clean and bright. You are the window through which you must see the world. George Bernard Shaw. The thing is to understand myself, to see what God really wants me to do, to find the idea for which I can live and die. Soren Kierkegaard. If a man hasn't discovered something that he will die for, he isn't fit to live. Martin Luther King, Jr.